Dear Slovak women, Slovak men, dear friends, Happy New Year 2026. I wish you and all of our country a happy birthday. Today we celebrate the 33rd anniversary of the founding of our independent homeland, and the Christ years are certainly a reason for a serious commemoration of this significant event for Slovak women and Slovaks. From Slovakia, I send greetings to the whole world. Kremnica Mines and the Church of St. John the Baptist are most often recognized as the geographical center of Europe. Therefore, in the spirit of my foreign policy to all four corners of the world, I teach only the best to everyone in the West in English Happy New Year, in the South in Italian Burano, in the North in Swedish God Tour, and in the East in Russian with a new quota. Dear friends, I have always avoided empty words, platitudes, Phariseeism, or self-deception. Also, this morning, on the 1st of January 2026, I want to speak directly. The year 2026 is an election year and will look even more significant than before. There will be visible differences between those who are in favor of a peaceful sovereign Slovakia, traditional values, a strong welfare state and freedom of speech, and those who want our beloved Slovakia to be just a small, obedient, and nationally and culturally unidentifiable, insignificant subordinate to supranational interests. The gap in the view of Slovak reality will continue to widen. No, not everything is perfect in Slovakia. But objectively, we need to see successes and confident decisions. I reject the political culture of self-flagellation and the creation of an image of Slovakia as a black, scorched earth. We all know that this image is false and serves only narrowly first political ends. In 2026, we will also see a further increase in tensions with attempts to take the political battle to the street. I promise you that if I, as Prime Minister of the Slovak Republic and Chairman of the political party Smer Slovak Social Democracy, call the public together, it will only be to greet each other and sing together. For example, on the 8th of March in celebration of Midsummer, on the 1st of May celebrating work, and the entry into the European Union on the 8th of May, calling for peace. 5. July, reading the legacy of Saints Cyril and Methodius. 29. Augusta, making a deep tribute to the heroes of the Slovak national uprising, or 6. October at Dukla, refusing war. Dear Slovak women, Slovaks, I especially ask you all to call together for peace, and to do everything possible for the peaceful coexistence of peoples. Peace is not an empty, profane word in our times. Peace must be the foundation of our striving, of our being. For as a wise man said, peace is not everything, but without peace, everything is nothing. I am literally appalled at the ease and calculating way in which many leaders in the European Union view the senseless killing of Ukrainians and Russians, our fellow Slavs. Dear friends, I don't make a habit of making resolutions at the beginning of the year. I am one of those who want to do something or start doing something. They are not waiting for the 1st of January. However, I am the Prime Minister of the Slovak Republic, and I have a duty to answer the question of how I intend to respond to the senseless increase in social tension that is the political counterpart to the efforts of our current governing coalition. I have always believed that democracy is a competition of the best for the best ideas, a competition in which objective judges decide. Voters in a free democratic election for such a contest in 2026, I urge you to respect the freedom of expression of a different opinion. I demand that they stop the dehumanism attacks on those citizens of our country who espouse the current government. Shortly after the assassination, several journalists asked me how I would contribute to calming the situation. They were cynical questions, but unfortunately, they were also a confirmation of the state we are in. I publicly declare that I am an absolute opponent of the vendetta for what the leaders of the then opposition did to us between 2012 and 2023. When the leaders of the then opposition were illegally accused and sent to detention, when people were senselessly dying, all this just to eliminate us as political opponents. I am opposed to the injustice being corrected by further illegalities. Justice is slow if it is done in accordance with the law, but patience has always brought us red roses. On the other hand, I humanly understand that our supporters would make it a major player from the year about 20 up to 23. They returned everything with interest. So what is my answer? Hard work that never stinks for me? Also the last 2 weeks. Even last year, I tried to set a positive working atmosphere, even though the opposition and the media gave me a barrage of opportunities where I could fly like the devil out of the box. Strong, peaceful attitudes and rejection of Slovakia's participation in the war loan to Ukraine, opening of the Visnov tunnel, visit of employees of the Bratislava transport company. That is exactly what I intend to offer in response to the increasing tension. In this new year, I will lead 13 retreat governments covering 30 districts. The state-supported rental housing agency and the State Housing Development Fund can look forward to my frequent visits and the pressure I will put on their officials to improve housing affordability. I will regularly do inspection days on huge transport projects on hospitals under construction. I believe that in March, we will open the Ruzomberok bypass together. In domestic government policy, this will be a search for resources to promote economic growth, and in foreign policy, a number of activities and meetings at the highest level for economic cooperation. And most importantly, I will not get involved in political squabbles. However, I will be politically uncompromising where serious matters concerning Slovakia and Slovak nation-state interests are concerned. Dear Slovak women, Slovak men, dear friends. At the beginning of the year, it is customary to wish for many things. I expressly wish you first of all good health. This is not a formal wish because I know very well what I am talking about. We pride ourselves on being a peaceful, hospitable, and hard-working nation, but one that knows how to pull itself together. To such a nation, I have always been honored to report. I have always felt part of such a nation. I am proud to be Slovak. Long live the birthday boy, Slovak Republic. May we all prosper. Have a nice 1st January 2026.